Hey guys, sorry I forgot my camera today. It was such a busy day. We were pretty much running 90 to nothing all day, and then I forgot my camera on top of that. So we got up this morning, got ready. We went to Target to get a birthday present for the birthday party, and then Kaylee and I had a little lunch date. Then we went to the birthday party and then over to my in-laws, and now we are headed to go eat at Saltgrass because as you remember last weekend, that's what Kaylee wanted to eat. So we're finally getting to go eat it. Do you want Saltgrass, baby?
Yes.
Yes.
We're at Saltgrass.
Hey Mason, where are you at?
Say Saltgrass and I'm kicking like crazy. Say hi. Look at mommy and wave.
You're going to Saltgrass, baby.
Hold my hand.
Okay, I'm gonna hold your hand.
Alright.
How was your nap? How was it? Was it good? Tell me all about it. Hi there. Hi there. Sugars? I was going to say good morning guys, but actually it is good afternoon. The four of us all overslept this morning and did not make it to church. Kaylee came and crawled in the bed with us last night, which rarely happens, but she was getting stuffy. I don't think she could breathe too well and couldn't get back to sleep, so she came and crawled in the bed with us, which means that the three of us did not sleep as good as we normally do. So when my alarm went off early this morning, I hit end on it, and I thought we'll just get up when Mason normally wakes up and we'll be rushed, but it'll be plenty of time. Well, Mason overslept. Like, all of us were so tired, so he slept in, which means we did not make it to church. That's okay. Kaylee needed to just kind of rest at home this morning. We are gonna go tonight. So I just got out of the shower and I'm doing my makeup now. I'm about to shoot a video for my main channel. So I thought I'd do a quick little get ready with me. Actually, I'm gonna answer questions from a Q&A that I did a long time ago. I should have done this a long time ago, but I asked for questions on InstaStories and a few of you sent them in and I never got around to answering them. So I thought I would just answer them real fast while I get ready, and then I'm gonna go curl my hair for my video. Let me see if I can find them on my phone. They were so long ago that I'm gonna have to go way back into my screenshots. Okay, so the number one question that most everybody asked was, what did you do before becoming a stay-at-home mom? What kind of work did you do before kids? What did you do before being a stay-at-home mom? So that one got asked several times. So that one got asked, a few people asked more than one question, but that one was pretty much always included. So pretty much all through college, I worked as a bank teller. And I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree in business management. And fun little fact, I technically attended 4 different colleges. There was a college really close to our hometown, and I would take like summer classes there when I was home. Also, my freshman year, my first semester of college, I went to a college in Arkansas, and I ended up not liking it, and I just felt like it wasn't for me. And so I left on Christmas break after 1 semester there. And then I finished out the rest of my college years at 1 college. Oh, but that's only 3. 4th college, I did another like Christmas break online class. So like I didn't go to 4 different colleges. But technically my degree is made up of 4 different colleges. So that's always a fun little fact because I feel like that's an excessive amount. So anyway, I went to college for business, but I always, ever since I was little, it has never really changed. I've wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I went to college because I needed a plan other than stay-at-home mom. You know, I needed to be prepared. So I went to college always with the hopes of being a stay-at-home mom, but knowing that that might not pan out. And you know, not everybody gets to stay at home with their kids. It depended on, you know, our financial situation. It depended on who I married. Like at that point I hadn't met my husband. So definitely wanted to be prepared in case I couldn't be a stay-at-home mom. But the point of the story is that that's what I've always wanted to do. I've never been very career oriented. There's never been something that I'm like, that's my goal, that's what I want to do, that's the career path I want to take. I'm just not career minded, and a lot of people aren't, and then some people are very career minded and don't even care to have kids. And then there's always that happy medium between having a career and having kids, and I love that women get to do that these days. But anyway, I worked as a bank teller all through college, and then I continued to work as a bank teller after I graduated in hopes that eventually I would become a loan officer. That was kind of my end goal with my degree, and I really liked working at a bank. So then my senior year of college, I met my husband. I moved to the town that he lived in, got a job at a bank close by, and then we got married. I continued to work there. And I don't remember what it was at the company he works at. I think they just were very, very busy and overwhelmed, and they needed another administrative assistant. And he offered me the job, and I was like, I'm gonna have to think about this. I don't know if I want to leave the bank, you know, to come work. I'd be working very closely with him. I didn't want to offend anybody in the office or that worked there and think, oh, she got the job because of her husband, and is it going to be awkward with husband and wife working together and all that. But I did ultimately decide to go ahead and take the job. I went in and did an official interview and everything. I didn't just get the job. I started working as administrative assistant for my husband's company. I did accounts payable, receivable, along with many other things, you know, just whatever needed to be done. And I really, really enjoyed it. I loved working with my husband. We're the type of couple that we just don't get tired of each other. We were together all day at work, all day at home, and we still missed each other if we were gone for a couple hours apart. Like, we would even go eat lunch together every day that we could on our lunch break. We're pretty much an inseparable couple. We never fought. It was such a joy to work with him every day. So then we started trying to have children. Went through the whole thing where I had to have surgery. We found out that I had infertility, like that whole shebang. And I just knew that me getting that job at his company was God's blessing. Like, he had set that up from the beginning because he knew that with surgery and with having to do infertility treatments, I was going to be missing a ton of work. And that just never would have worked as a bank teller. They're just not able to be that flexible. But me working there, my schedule was so incredibly flexible. I was able to take off. I can't imagine, like, we lived pretty far away from where we did the infertility treatment. We had to drive 2 hours. We did the infertility treatments in Dallas. And that's a lot of time off work because it basically took a whole day to drive down there, do whatever we needed to do, and then come back. So I missed a lot of work. And that was just the Lord's blessing with me being able to work there instead of at the bank at the time. Then obviously it worked out for us that we were blessed with children and I was able to become a stay-at-home mom. So that is the extent of what I did before I became a stay-at-home mom. I know it's not that exciting. I'm so sorry. And I know a lot of people just don't understand me wanting to be a stay-at-home mom from the get-go. But that's just always what I felt was my calling. I felt that's what the Lord intended me to do, and I just feel so blessed that he allowed me to have the desires of my heart and to stay at home with my children. So I have no idea what I'm gonna do once they all get into school. I don't know the plan for that. I see myself going back to work in the future, but I don't know what that's gonna look like or when that's gonna be. So that was the majority of the questions. I'm sorry that turned out to be a long response. Someone asked, do you plan to have any more kids? Yes, definitely. You probably started following me more recently. If you follow me in the past, then you know that we had infertility. We went through infertility treatments. We have frozen embryos, and we have 2 more frozen embryos left. So we will be trying both of those frozen embryos to see if they result in a pregnancy. And hopefully we end up with 4 beautiful children. We may only end up with the 2. We may end up with 3. The 3rd one might not take, and the 4th one does. Like, we have no idea how that's gonna go, but we are willing and able to have 4 children out of all the embryos that we created. But we have been so blessed to have the 2 that we have, because I had to do IVF to get both of them. So we are so blessed. What does your hubby do? He works in the oil field industry. If you know anything about Texas, especially this area of Northeast Texas, oil is huge. So he works for an oil field servicing company. This one was funny. How does your husband feel about your makeup collection? After all the questions came in, I told him that I was doing a Q&A, and I asked him, I said, hey, here's this question. You know, how would you answer it? And I already had in my mind how I was gonna answer this question, but I wanted to ask him just to see what he would say. And like most things, we pretty much had the exact same answer. I seriously feel like we are the exact same person. One is just male and one is female. Let me get this eyeliner on. I'm taking so long to do this. And he said, well, I don't feel like I can really have any feeling about it unless I wanted you to have a feeling about my fishing collection. Which is exactly what I thought when I read that comment. I thought, well, if he wants to feel some sort of way about my makeup collection, we can talk about his fishing collection. He's a fisherman. He loves to go fishing. He has a bass boat, and he does tournament fishing, or he did. He hasn't in so long now that we've had 2 kids. But he used to do tournament fishing, like competitions for money. And he was on his college bass fishing team. I mean, it's just his favorite hobby, I would say, and he's really, really good at it. Fishing is not a cheap sport. It is not a cheap hobby. And so he doesn't say a single word about my makeup or my shoes or my clothes or anything like that, because he is a very expensive hobby as well. Honestly though, we have a lot of trust in our relationship. Neither one of us are gonna do anything to put us in financial harm. We're both very responsible. So we don't have to worry about what the other one's purchasing, because we know that they're not gonna do anything stupid. Where did you and your husband meet? We actually met at a Texas country music concert. I was actually feeling really down at a breakup that I had gone through previously. And one of my favorite Texas country music bands are called the Eli Young Band. They were coming to town close by, and so I asked my brother and his then girlfriend to come with me, let me be the 3rd wheel. I need to get out of the house. I need to go to this concert and stop kind of being in my feelings about this past relationship. So I went to the concert. I saw a guy that I knew. He's a family friend. And I went and said hi to him, and he said, hey, have you met Greg? And so he introduced us. And the rest is history, as they say. You know, you hear people say, when you know, you know. Well, that's exactly how it was for me and my husband. We dated for a whopping 5 months before we got engaged. And then we were married within the year. We definitely know that we are soulmates, and I've had no regrets whatsoever. We've been happily married for 8 years, and I wouldn't want to be with anybody else. Like I said, we're basically the same person. I know a lot of people say that their husband is their opposite and they complete them, opposites attract and all that stuff. And I have no doubt that that's true as well. But I'll also tell you that being exactly the same works in our favor. Okay, somebody asked, how do you plan dinners with kids? My biggest struggle, LOL. I feel you, girl. I actually messaged her and wanted to clarify, like, how do you plan dinners with kids, like, because you have no time to cook? Or how do you plan dinners with kids because they won't eat anything that you cook? And she said it's more just like healthy meals. And unfortunately, I'm just not the person to go to for healthy meal ideas. I could be doing so much better. But I will tell you, when we want to eat healthy, when we want to eat a little lighter, our go-to easy meal for dinners with kids is some type of grilled chicken. I normally marinate it in that 30-minute marinade, like Lowry's 30-minute marinade. They have so many different flavors that it doesn't feel repetitive, so you can change it up. So I either do that on the skillet or my husband will grill it on the grill, and then we'll do a couple of sides of veggies, and my favorites are the Bird's Eye steam fresh veggies. They also have a ton of variety. One of my favorites right now is actually called brown sugar sweet potato and carrot. So they mash up the sweet potatoes with the carrots, and it's so good. I also do like just the fresh cut green beans, corn, broccoli, and you just microwave it for like 5 minutes and you're done. So that is an easy go-to meal. The chicken doesn't take long. You only have to marinate it for 30 minutes if you want to, but most of the time I like to marinate mine most of the day. So whenever I think about it, I'll take the chicken out and start marinating it, but then to cook it is very, very quick, and then the veggies are quick as well. So do they always eat their veggies? No, but I normally make one of the veggies a green veggie and make them eat at least a bite or two. And then the other veggie would be like corn or sweet potatoes or something that I know that they would eat. And so they at least are getting one vegetable and tasting another good for them vegetable. And then they eat grilled chicken really well. So that is my easy, healthy go-to dinner with kids. It doesn't take long and that they eat for the most part. You know, kids are kids. What sort of workouts do you do? I actually go to a boot camp class. I started in February. Oh, this is hard to do while talking. Let me do this real fast. Mason was 5 months old when I started, and I had never worked out that intensely, and I had also never done a class before. I'd never worked out with other people. So needless to say, that first time that I went, I was so incredibly nervous. Like, I just knew I was gonna throw up in the middle of class. I was nervous to be around other people. Are they gonna be watching me? Am I gonna be so far behind them? But in the end, that boot camp is the best thing I've ever done for myself. Nobody was worried about how I was doing, what I was doing to work out. Everybody's worried about themselves. Everybody's dying and panting, and it's hard for everybody. Although nearly a year later, I'm still like the one lagging at the back of the class. I'm still far behind everybody. But look, that's okay. You know, you're not all gonna be at the front of the class. Having a set time that the class started was so helpful for me. It held me accountable. If I was gonna get to class, you had to leave at this time. And so that helped me tremendously. I couldn't be like, oh, well, I didn't get my workout in this morning, I'll do it this afternoon. Oh, I don't feel like doing it this afternoon because I'm tired or I'm hungry or I've got something else to do. I'll just do it tonight after the kids go to bed. And then you never actually end up doing it. That was me. Working out at home never worked out for me. So having a set time that I had to be at class helped me so much. I know it's so much easier for me because I've already seen my kids all day. For those of you that work a full 8-hour day and then you get home, you want to see your children before they go to bed. So I know that that would be a lot more difficult, but for me, it's just so much easier for me to go work out because it's kind of like a little vacation. It's my time to myself, and I don't see myself stopping that boot camp class anytime soon. In fact, I just signed up for the week before Christmas. It was like a little extra week they had. You had to pay extra. And I signed up for that in hopes that I go at least twice before the holidays. Love your channel. Thank y'all so much. Thank you for sending in your questions. So that answers all of them. So that is actually perfect timing because I just finished my makeup and I need to go shoot this video. My hair is looking crazy, by the way. I'm gonna be like, hey guys, this is how I get my hair from this to this. It's gonna be like an amazing transformation. So I'm sure after I finish shooting this, it'll be time for church, and so I'll see you after that. So I'm gonna try to be better this week about vlogging because I've been MIA again tonight, but I got home from church, I got my video edited and uploaded on my main channel, so that's done. Now I need to edit and upload 2 days of Vlogmas, so I'm actually not looking forward to it. I just wanna chill out and watch some Christmas movies, but I've already put off one night. I'm not gonna put off 2. Hopefully I will get back into the swing of things on vlogging this week. So I'm gonna end this here so I can go edit it, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye.